to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Hero, sweet little floater.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Daniels. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Hero outside, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Johnson. Here's Young. Okongwu has the open look. Rebound Miami.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
David Johnson, his first team foul.
And it's Miami's ball. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away. Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And there's the screen. Hero for three. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Hero. That doesn't go either for Hero.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside to the paint. Stolen. Young with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
They set the pick. Hero, the pass to Jaquez. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Just 3 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. And it's Ware missing. The Hawks lead by 3. Here's Young on the take. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The quicks off Trae Young. He gets to the rim at will. Better come with help side defense.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. And stolen by Adebayo. Young against Hero. Adebayo is screen on Young. Here's Hero. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Ware. Hero outside. Adebayo with it. Takes the 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team. The ability to knock down jumpers.
Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 7.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Okongwu, high post. Count that bucket.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Hero, the pass to Mitchell. Launches it. Hero, no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 3-point lead. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Heat trail by 3. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Hero. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Rizeshe. Young, the pass to Okongwu. Here's Rizeshe. Outside Young. Gets it off. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Hawks on top, up by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
They've got Karis LeVert. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Wallace in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
The Hawks lead by 5. Here's LeVert. No one near him. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Burks. And it's in there.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's LeVert. The rebound by Wiggins.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Burks got room. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
LeVert goes against Robinson. Pass to Niang. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Anderson passes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
Here's LeVert. And Atlanta misses again. Miami trailing. Anderson passes to Robinson. There's a screen by Love. Anderson with it, and Capella picks him up defensively, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. There's a screen by Love. Burks passes to Love. Shoots over Capella. Outside Burks. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wiggins. The 3-ball. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. The Hawks leading. And here's Wallace. Sinks the tray. Wallace has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Heat have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Burks for 3. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Screen by Capella. LeVert with the ball. And that's Love picking him up defensively. And it's Capella with the jam.
And when the time is right, Capella can get up there. Great job rising up for the bucket.
That ties the game. Anderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Pass to Man. Jacks up a 3. Love grabs the miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Miami shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And that one falls. That puts them up 1 point in the game now. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
LeVert goes in. Wallace outside. Niang outside. Pass to Capella. Here's LeVert. Got it. Good job in the low post. LeVert's got 7 points.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Wiggins, left side. Shakes him. Back to Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Here's LeVert. No good on the buzzer beater. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Heat. They lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, one of the stories here, Alec Burks getting it done today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Setting the floor for Miami. Hero and Jaquez Jr. are out on the perimeter. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Riza Shea. Pass to Adebayo. On the push, here comes Atlanta. And he lobs it up. Stolen by Hero. And they're on the run. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen from the high post. Hero, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his third year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Pass to Riza Shea. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
They set a pick. Here's Hero. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hero's got 7 points in the game.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
Stolen by Mitchell. It's 2-on-1. The pull-up J. Not going to go that time. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
Young with the bucket. Heat trail by 4. Adebayo sets a screen. On the wing, Mitchell to the middle. Kicks it to Hero from deep. The rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Pass to Rizachet. Young with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. Jaquez against Young. Shot clock at 6. Young drawing the double team. Shoots over Jaquez. No good, off the front rim. Now Young with a steal. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Young. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. So Miami ends up going with a new group. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Young. Here's Okongwu. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Anderson.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
And Coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for the team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
Man, misses. Miami has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. They grab their own miss. Anderson can't get it to go. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's Wallace. Love grabs the miss. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Miami trailing. Burks passes to Anderson. And it's all tied up. Anderson's got 7 points in the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And Atlanta shooting only 30% in the third quarter. There's 14 seconds left in the third. LeVert outside. Clock at 4. Nice D from Anderson. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're coming right back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got George Niang. He's out there with a Kongwu. Terrence Mann is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Wallace in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Johnson, he's checked in for Niang. Risache comes in for Mann. Daniels is checked in for LeVert. And it's Trae Young in for Wallace. Pass to Wiggins. Launches a three. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got rebound number 8 now. It's Johnson with a drive. The kick out to Young. Back to Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to do.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Karis LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. Back to Okongwu.
Miami foul. Winner. 10 seconds. Team seconds.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. LeVert, a screen on Hero. 5 to shoot. Daniels passes to LeVert. Outside Young. Over Hero. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Mitchell. And the basket is good. And the Heat lead by 3.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Here's Ware. And again, it's Miami converting.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
10 seconds. Team starter.
Here's Young. Goes up off the inbound. And that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And it's Mitchell penetrating. Hero outside. Pass to Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Young against Mitchell. Takes it inside. Inside! It's Trae Young!
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
From deep, Mitchell gets the 3 to fall. Mitchell's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, he is on one right now. If I'm his coach, I'm thinking of 20 different ways to get him the ball.
1:46 left to play in the fourth. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Daniels. From downtown. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Here's Mitchell driving to the basket. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now. Hawks trail by 7. Young looking around. Stolen by Mitchell. And they're running. With the floater. And he sinks the layup. Mitchell's got 13 points in this quarter.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Young against Mitchell. Outside Young. The ball's knocked loose. Johnson finds Young. Yet another steal from him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
Back to Mitchell. Floats one. The rebound by the Hawks. There's 39 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's LeVert. Adebayo grabs the board.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Wiggins for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
And Atlanta misses again. Wiggins from long range. It's not going to go for him. So the Heat win it. They have to feel good. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Is it fair to expect a slower pace of the game?
I certainly think so, partner. I mean, both teams are extremely disciplined. They're not really interested in going up and down in a windshield wiper fashion. They value taking care of the ball and playing in the half court.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
Here's Okongwu. Young outside. Pass to Rizichet. Hawks passing it around. They grab their own miss. The three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Rizichet ready to go once he got it.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now, here is Young. And Okongwu slams it in.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Giannis, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And it's Young. That time on the assist by Okongwu.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Johnson against Antetokounmpo. Goes up the baseline. And again, the Bucks miss. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Rizichet. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Okongwu's shot is good.
And you can tell Rizichet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Now here's Lillard. Giannis outside. Driving in. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Lillard against Young. Johnson kicks to Young. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Pass to Daniel. Cranes the three-pointer.
And this kid, Rizichet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Lillard from outside. Rebound, Atlanta. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks streak, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. That shot wide open. Rizichet's got 7 points in the game.
Rizichet has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
Now, here is Young. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Pass to Rizichet. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's Young on the wing. On the wing, Daniels. Launches it. Johnson in the corner. Now Daniels. Young taking his time here. Johnson for 3. The offensive rebound. Okongwu dishes to Johnson. Back to Young. Goes up with it again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Good if it goes. He can't hit that time. And so it's Atlanta up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Kuzma in at the 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
They get the rebound. For 3, buries the long-range jumper. Mann's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Hawks. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside Portis. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Green finds Portis. Back to Green. Lets it go with the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Portis.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
The lead now cut to single digits. Prince has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Mann. The Hawks working the ball around. Capella with a screen on Green. Atlanta again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
No defense going to stop that throwdown by Capella right there.
Bucks trail by 11. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Here's LeVert. Porter pulls it in.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Niang. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Sims kicks to Portis. Pass to Sims. From deep, Prince. Good on the 3-point shot. Prince has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, an accurate shooter with really good form. Prince is aggressive when it comes to looking to score.
Niang, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Shots good by Green.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Capella goes in, and the dunk by Capella.
You know, for his size, Capella is quite graceful. I mean, he's not a stationary big man by any means. An excellent scorer off drive.
Rebounded by Capella. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's LeVert driving the lane. A beautiful reverse layup. Now it's a 6-point Atlanta lead.
LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
Mann passes to Waltz. Here's Niang. Drills it from outside. Niang's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And creating a little separation here. That's what you want to see. He has 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. He's
gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Back to Capella. Rebounded by the Bucks. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Down low, Sims. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead. Niang passes to Capella. Man in the corner. From deep. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Here's Capella. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Capella's got 6 in the quarter.
Not a lot the defense can do defensively there. I mean, Capella is just a big guy, and he's got a nice touch, too.
And that one's good by Porter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
To the wing right side. Here's Capella. And it's good. Not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got...
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Taurean Prince.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got George Niang. Wallace is out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Capella in its center. Briggs is making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Back to LeVert. Pass to Mann. Looking for LeVert. He gets it there. 5 to shoot. A 3-pointer, no good. Bucks trail by 8. To the inside. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
And the shot is good. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Trent with the wide open look. Rebound by Wallace.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here's LeVert. Nice move. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard from outside. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Wallace. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Capella. Back to Mann. Here's LeVert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Boy, Karis LeVert reads defenders very well. This guy is an instinctive offensive player.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top. Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. But he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Young with the steal. Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 5.
Tell you what, doesn't matter whether he's on the move or standing still. Leonard is a flat-out laser shooter.
Okongwu's shot is good.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest. But he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
Damian Lillard. 2 shots.
Full free throws good from Lillard. And Special K as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game. He definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
And that one's good. Onto the Kumbo.
Love that from Antetokounmpo. No hesitation.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A new lineup here for the Bucks. Outside Portis. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. Portis can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 5. Johnson, a wide open look. No good with the triple. The Bucks shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Prince's shot is good.
Every now and then, Prince will simply go off. He's been a focal point of this offense tonight.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Johnson. LeVert's checked in for Daniel. And Wallace subbed in for Trae Young. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Capella with the bucket.
Yeah, on fire tonight. I mean, Capella's scoring numbers can come from a lot of directions. Lots of dunks, lay-ins, and putbacks. They can add up quickly.
Portis. A steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's LeVert. And it's sent back by Prince. For 3, Portis. The shot comes out, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Bucks trail on the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Screened by Niang. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
LeVert against Kuzma. Pass to Reza Shea. Back to LeVert. Capella with a screen on Kuzma. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and here we go. On the Kumbo. Nobody there. And Kuzma slams it in.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak, When I tell you Kareem is my guy, I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say, Giannis, I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Young for three. The Hawks working the ball around. And it's sent back by Lopez. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. The Hawks trail by 3. Okongwu dishes to Young. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. And then Lillard slams it in.
And no doubt about it, Lillard is an effective half-court player, but he's also lethal in transition.
Young from outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Young outside. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Back to Okongwu. Clock at 4. Here's Ricochet. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's Kuzma. Plays it up and banks it in. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
And that's exactly what he's looking to do more and more. Lopez creating for his teammates.
Daniels kicks to Young. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here from Milwaukee.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
And that one's good. Daniels.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Giannis. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. Young drives in on the wing. Daniels. Back to LeVert. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Man, I like the competitive spirit of LeVert. Never backs down from taking these enormous shots. That shows you how confident he is.
Young against Lillard. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Young's shot is off. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Atlanta. Here's Lillard. Wide open shot is on the money. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out. And boy, you have to be impressed with LeVert's composure in the clutch. That kind of confidence will take you a long way. Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not having cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Young passes to LeVert. Off with the layup. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lopez kicks to Giannis. This one for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
Young, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Young with the ball. Fires the three. Drains it from downtown. Milwaukee with the ball. Giannis outside. No good. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And the Milwaukee starting five. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. And it's Kuzma in at the three. Here's Ware. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Kuzma. Back to Trent. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hero. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And here's Lopez from the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Good soft hands there from Lopez, efficient in the catch-and-shoot motion.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, BA. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Antetokounmpo. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys?
And Ali, thank you for that. Now here's Lopez. Kuzma finds Trent. Three-pointer, no good. Oh, deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trent.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Hero. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Adebayo, a screen on Trent. Hero with the bucket. Hero's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. From the arc. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Hero for 3. Rebounded by Kuzma.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Beyond the arc. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Producing from behind the arc, that is huge stuff from Tyler Hero.
Trent from long range. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat leading by 4. Hero on the wing, guarded by Trent. And again, Miami with a triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
The defense now better pay attention. If Giannis is hitting threes, those pickup points have to become higher.
Here's the pick. Hero for 3. Offensive board. The Bucks trail by 4. Kuzma, the pass to Trent. 3-pointer. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Mitchell drives in, and he lays it up and in. Well, the Bucks shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo for 3. The rebound by Ware. Miami's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Hero against Lillard. Has to wear. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Trent. The kick out to Kuzma. Lillard looking around.
Ooh. 2 minutes are allowed to
Out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
While this call may not decide the game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Miami out in front, up 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Taurean Prince is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Green, then it's Bobby Portis, and it's Sims in at the 5 spot. Burke's no good. The Bucks trail by 8. There's the 3. And Prince with the bucket on the assist by Porter. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Up top, Burks. Outside, Anderson. Lets the 3 fly. Porter pulls it in. Well, Milwaukee's shooting a very low 27% so far in this one. Robinson with a steal. And here we go, the Heat fast break. 3-pointer in transition.
And Duncan on the leak out that time, creating a very easy opportunity.
Good on the bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Robinson for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
All alone. Again, the Bucks. Good for 2. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Porter, the pass to Prince. Fires from deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. There's a screen. Here's Prince. The rebound by Wiggins.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
From about 19, it's hauled in by Portis.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Pass to Wiggins. Outside Burks. Robinson with it. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Anderson can't get it to go.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
For three, Robinson. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
And Robinson with a timely trade.
Right side, Green. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Miami leading by 8. Outside Burks. Outside Robinson. Outside for Love. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Burks. Outside Robinson. Wiggins for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Good to see Wiggins out there from the corner. Just great rhythm on that play.
Sims. Love grabs the miss. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Robinson for 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the half. Outside for Love. Green against Wiggins. Outside Robinson. Takes a 3. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And one of those nights where Duncan Robinson gets hot, I'd be on the lookout.
Here's Prince. Give him 8 points now. To halt the run. Here's Sims. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 17 at the end of the period. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done is Duncan Robinson.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Hero and Jaquez Jr. are out on the perimeter. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Here's Jaquez. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks trail by 20. Here's Kuzma. There's the drive. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special, and when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
Fades. Hero finds Adebayo. The 3 is up. Hero, no good. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Antetokounmpo showing his range.
And Giannis really trusting his rhythm right now with his offensive game.
On the wing, Mitchell. It's stolen by Trent. And here they come. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Heat leading by 15. Pass to Hero. Here's Jaquez. And again, no good by Miami. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And Giannis with the dunk.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
He drops it from range.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Adebayo, a screen on Trent. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. 4-3. Rebounded by Lopez. The Bucks trail by 16. Back to Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Hero. And the shot's good. Hero's got 10 points here in the second half.
And Hero getting to the spots where he can be very effective. That swagger he plays with is infectious.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So Miami ends up going with a new group. Robinson passes to Love. Up top, Burks. 1:11 left in the third. Outside Robinson. 4 on the clock. Wiggins from long range. And again, no good by Miami. Bucks trail by 18. Portis, the pass to Green. Portis with a screen on Wiggins. Back to Portis. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Getting inside and letting Portis do his work. He attacked the bucket that time.
Burks against Prince. Robinson for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Outside, Green. Pure from 3-point range. Green's got 5 points.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Outside Robinson. Lots of room. And he nails the jumper. And the Heat lead by 15.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Outside Burks. Robinson, a screen on Porter. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
The defense has to be beside.
And so it's the Miami Heat in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They've kept their concentration on limiting Damian Lillard, and it's been working. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Bucks trail by 16. So on the floor for Milwaukee. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Ware. Lopez with the steal. And here's Trent. And a two-handed jam.
And Kuzma showing more and more that he's becoming a playmaker on the offensive end of the floor.
Now Wiggins. Robinson, a screen on Lillard. Back to Robinson. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lillard can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside Robinson. knocks down the triple. Robinson's got 26 points.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound Miami. Robinson with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Robinson. No good with a jumper from the wing. The Bucks trail by 17. Here's Lillard. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Lillard's got his first bucket in this one.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
For three, Robinson. And again, Miami with a triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Robinson, a screen on Lillard. Outside Robinson. Back to Wiggins. Screen by Robinson. Wiggins passes to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Ware. Rebounded by Trent.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
It's Kuzma with the miss. Heat leading by 18. Outside Robinson. Antetokounmpo against Adebayo. Back to Robinson. Kicks it to Hero. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
For three, here's Lillard. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Miami has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Wiggins, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Antetokounmpo, that's good.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Robinson, a screen on Lillard. Wiggins with it, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Robinson for three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Lillard. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Oh, what a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
And Wiggins has got the ball here for Miami. Fires for three. And the Heat, another three.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
Robinson passes to Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bucks trail by 19. Trent with room to shoot. Can't hit from the elbow. On the attack, Hero. Inside. Pass to Adebayo. Robinson against Lillard. Back to Adebayo. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. In transition. Here come the Bucks. Oh, and the jam by Lillard. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. Wiggins for three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Kuzma finds Lopez. Out to the right wing. For three, here's Lillard. The rebound by Ware. And it's Miami's ball. They lead by 17. Lopez against Wiggins. So no problem for Miami as they get. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
first down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. Stolen by Mitchell. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Jaquez can't hit. Young against Mitchell. From downtown, Johnson, the pass to Young. Johnson sets the screen for Young. He takes it in. Great D that time from Adebayo. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
He has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Here's Rizichet. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Young against Mitchell. Heat moving the ball around. Jaquez with the screen on Young. Mitchell passes to Jaquez. Just 4 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Okongwu grabs the board. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League. And now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been. And he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Young. Stolen by Mitchell.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Heat.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Here's Young. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Heat on D. It's a 5-point game. Stolen by Mitchell. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Up top, Hero. He's covered by Daniels. Ware misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Mitchell against Young. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. Young's got 5.
3 points.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trey giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Hero from long range. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here is Young. He's got 5. That's tipped. Second shot opportunity. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Hackett. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Knocked loose, tries to keep it alive. Stolen by Mitchell. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Ware, lets it go from deep. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 8. Young outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. Mitchell outside. Here's Ware. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Wallace. And it's LeVert in at the shooting guard. Pocket 6. Wallace the pass to LeVert. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Robinson against LeVert. Pass to Burks for the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has confidence to drill the 3.
LeVert against Robinson. Floats one up. Count the basket. Robinson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And LeVert, here we go. Misses from close range. The Heat have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Anderson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game here. We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Count that one.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
Deep 2 from Anderson. And with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Screen by Capella to the middle. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Here's Anderson. Lots of room. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Hawks trail by 7. LeVert the pass to Capella. 1:25 left now here in the second. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Miami leading by 7. Floats one, and it's Robinson. That time on the assist by Love. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice read from the big guy. Love, his teammates appreciate that selfless attitude.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Capella. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Atlanta with the ball. Here's Wallace. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Right wing, near the three-point line, it's Love. Rebound by Wallace.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Off the left rim and out.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Capella with it. The second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've led by as many as 11 points. Robinson for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Heat, thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Wing pairing will be Hero and Jaquez Jr. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the 5. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Here's Mitchell. Sweet little floater. Mitchell's got 8 points.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time.
Davion Mitchell.
That's his 4th foul of the contest.
First team foul.
Young against Mitchell. The fadeaway. Young, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now, arguably, a top 25 player.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Young.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
He'd have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Young's shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. 6-point lead. The Hawks shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Daniel. Young, no good. The Heat leading by 6. Mitchell passes to Ware. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Davion Mitchell. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Number 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more...
The play will be reviewed under NBA
tough to
rules.
catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Well, Ricochet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And now here comes Okongwu leading the break. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Jaquez sets a screen for Adebayo. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Ricochet.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Instead, it seems like, oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Johnson. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro's an outstanding offensive player.
And here's Anderson for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Young, here we go. Steps back and fires. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Young. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter. And here's Anderson from the arc. The rebound by Young. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. 3-pointer, Daniels. The rebound by Anderson. Miami leading by 5. And he drives in. Here's Love. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Miami.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Heat shooting here about 46% for the game. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Capella in at the center position. Hero kicks to Burks. Back to Hero. Love trying to break loose. Rebound, Atlanta.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Capella with it. Picked up by Hero. Niang. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Wiggins drives in. Softly drops in the floater. And the Heat lead by 2.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
And the dunk by Capella.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? Coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
Love with a wide open look. And the 3-ball is good.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And stolen by Love. Here's Wiggins. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
The Hawks trail by 3. Love grabs the board. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Wiggins is good for 3.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Up against Capella. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group in for the Heat. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Kyle Anderson. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Rozier in for Burks. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Jalen Johnson comes in for George Niang. Daniels is checked in for Mann. And Trae Young subbed in for Wallace.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
Young, good.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. Rozier for 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Young with the ball. Out defended by Adebayo. Young passes to Daniels. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Adebayo. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. LeVert with a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And now just a 1-point Heat lead. Outside Hero. Again, the miss by the Heat. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Daniels passes to Okongwu to take the lead. The kick out to Young. Back to Okongwu. That gives them the lead. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks. Here's Hero. No good, unable to end this run.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Puts it up for Adebayo. Yes!
And look who shows up in the clutch. The readiness of Adebayo paying off big time.
Young against Rozier. Young passes to LeVert. Money!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Rozier with a screen on LeVert. Here's Hackett. It's good!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Coming off of the floor.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young drives in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Ware. It falls!
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Here's Young. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
one-sided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Lopez. There's the triple. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Daniels misses. Here's Milwaukee. And Lillard puts up a deep 3. No good from outside. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Here's a Kongwu. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Trent right side. Here's the 3. And the Bucks miss again. Well, Clark, this Bucks roster is loaded with veteran talent, but their window for another run won't last long.
No, those windows don't last forever, especially with so many young teams around the league on the ascent. The Bucks may want to take a page from them and give some of their younger players a chance to grow and contribute.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
The 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
With the drive, on the wing, Daniels. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Yep, that one goes.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Lopez gets it to go.
It's a real problem trying to guard Lopez in the corner. If you follow him out there, it opens up the lane for his teammates to drive. But if you don't, big fellow will make you pay from there.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department, and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Bucks trail by 9. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Pass to Risache. Back to a Kongwu. The Hawks need to get one up here. Young. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. The Bucks have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Lopez for 3. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
And Risache gets it to go.
It's always good to see Risache mixing it up down low.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Rizachet. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, Rizachet is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
Good on both. We've got 13 seconds left in the opening quarter. For three, here's Lillard. Kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And a good game. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. They've got Karis LeVert, Clint Capella out there with George Niang. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Wallace in at the 1 spot. Atlanta leading by 3. LeVert goes in. Pass to Niang. Puts up a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
And here's Green from the arc. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks shooting about 47%. A nice number. Niang, no good. And Milwaukee shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. That evens the score. Portis has got his first 3 points of the game.
Does not shoot many from out there, but Portis makes them at a decent clip.
Wallace misses. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Green finds Porter. Fires from the corner. Misses off the left iron. The Hawks have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. And the foul called on Karis LeVert. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The 3 from Prince. Second shot opportunity. Capella with a rebound. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. And here's LeVert for 3. Drops in the 3.
You know, these are exactly the shots, guys, the coaching staff wants LeVert to take because they know it gets him going.
Man with a double team. Portis outside. From outside the arc. And he can't get that one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
LeVert left side. This one for 3. Rebounded by Green.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Portis, the pass to Green. Portis the screen. And Green, good for 3. Green's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Here's Portis for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. LeVert right side. Drills the baseline jumper. And now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Boy, guys, it's so good to see somebody still taking advantage of the mid-range. LeVert with the bucket.
The 3 from Prince. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Wallace with it. Prince is there. Oh, swiped away. Sims, the pass to Green. Let's go with a 3.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
The Hawks lead by 4. LeVert attacking. Prince grabs the miss. And so Prince will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, my goodness! Powered it home!
Did you see it? Redunculous! Bringing the house down! You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
That puts him in the lead. Portis has got 8 here in this quarter.
Boy, his teammates will feed off that bucket. Good looks there from Portis.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league, and he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
LeVert, that's good. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Pass to man. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Bobby Portis. Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the line. The 3 from Prince. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. He's got 6.
Boy, an accurate shooter with really good form. Prince is aggressive when it comes to looking to score.
Man, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Prince. He has 6. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One of the stories here, Brook Lopez, getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got Green. Prince is out there with Kevin Porter. Then it's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5, down low. That's Doc Rivers' 5 as we get into the second half. And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. It's stolen by Johnson. And he lobs it up top. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find him.
Pass to Trent. Antetokounmpo up top. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
It's stolen by Johnson. Releases. And Young the bucket on the assist from Rizachet. And now it's an 8-point Atlanta lead. And for the Bucks, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And that's collected by Trae Young. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 9-1 run. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Trent for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young, the pass to Johnson. Poke loose. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
KBA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Trent from long range. And Young pulls it down.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The Bucks trail by 11. For three, here's Lillard. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Rizache. Outside Johnson. The leaner. They get it again. Now here's Young. Here's Daniels. Rebounded by Trent.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Daniels. Defended by Kuzma. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 5 points.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Such a sweet stroke from Damian Lillard.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. Outside man. From deep. He buries it from 3. Man's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. Milwaukee with the ball. They trail by 14. Outside Porter. Here's Portis for 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one. Wallace outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Bucks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the 3rd quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Niang, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
It's Prince on the wing. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Yeah, you know, Prince is always doing a nice job working to get open, and that's the reward you get for staying active, keeping yourself moving, an open look on the jump shot there.
What if it goes? No luck on that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead.
Let's go.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Bucks trail by 8. 4th quarter on the floor for the Hawks. George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Wallace in at the point. Green with the ball. Pass to Portis. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's LeVert. Porter pulls it in.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
The 3 from Prince. And it's Niang with the rebound. Well, the Hawks shooting about 47%. A nice number. And it's Capella with the jam.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
And here's Green from the arc. Timms the pass to Portis. The 3 from Prince. Drains the triple.
Every now and then, Prince will simply go off. He's been a focal point of this offense tonight.
Here's LeVert. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. The Bucks trail by 9. Green finds Prince. Launches it. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Wallace. Milwaukee with the rebound.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Atlanta leading by 9. Beyond the arc. LeVert controls the rebound and the putback.
And, you know, we've talked about LeVert's vertical before, guys, and they're using it to be a force on the glass.
The drive by Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Milwaukee making some changes. Antetokounmpo inside, defended by Niang. Back to Lillard. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Tell you what, doesn't matter whether he's on the move or standing still, Leonard is a flat-out laser shooter.
And the pass to Niang. Here's Capella. Back to Niang. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Capella.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And here's Lopez from the arc. Rebounded by Daniels.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Ricochet, no good. Bucks trail by 6. Got a piece of it. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Fires in the triple.
You can see the confidence Lillard has by how cool and calm he is when they need a big bucket.
Here's Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Lopez for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. They've led by as many as 14. From deep, Johnson. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Pass to Kuzma. And the shot goes.
Look at Kuzma getting jiggy with the dribble move right there, shaking off the defender and getting his shot up. That is sweet.
The baseline J is on the way. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Atlanta?
Just a great job running the floor in transition. Now, he realized they were tiring out the defense early, and they took full advantage.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Lillard outside. Pass pass to Lopez. Trent outside. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Here's Young. Puts up a deep three. That one is off.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediate.
And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Somebody really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Back to Young. This one for three. And no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks. Pulling it out for the... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good that time. Prince against Robinson. The three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Prince with the bucket.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, we just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip. So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Hero. And again, no good by Miami.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fires for three. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Adebayo, the open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Now here's Wiggins. Hero for three. Adebayo passes to Hero. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in the game. The three from Prince. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Hero outside. Here's the teardrop. Count it. Good.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. The three from Prince. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Robinson gets the bucket.
That's his specialty right there. His confidence firing off the catch is remarkable.
The Bucks trail. And here's Lopez from the arc. Offensive rebound. Prince finds Lopez. Prince can't hit. Miami has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero, no good. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Rollins, no good. Wiggins, left side. Pass to Ware. Over Antetokounmpo. And there's another one for the Heat.
You love how eager Wiggins is to involve his teammates. That's a nice assist.
On the wing, Kuzma. They need this. Sends it home from three-point land.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Pass to Prince. The three is up. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hero right side. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Hero with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robinson. Here's Ware. Lets it fly. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kuzma, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game.
Play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
So at the end of 1 quarter of and it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Davion Mitchell is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Love in at the 5 spot. Outside Burks. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Bucks trail by 3. Green for 3. Nails it from 3. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Left side Love. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Burks. Love against Porter. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Nance, the pass to Trent. Back to Nance. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Love finds Mitchell. Just over a minute gone here in the 2nd quarter. Back to Love. Just 5 on the clock. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Well, Brent, he doesn't give you much inside the arc, but Trent Jr. is a sniper from deep.
Yeah, and Gary Trent Jr. knows exactly why he's on the floor, and that's to shoot the basketball. So continue to move, find open areas, wait for the ball, and then let it rip.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Outside Mitchell. Right side Anderson. Outside Burks. Hits the trifecta. Burks has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's one of the best 3-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
And it's Green missing.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Mitchell misses.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Trent from long range. Anderson pulls it down. The Heat have gone 3 for 7 here in the 2nd quarter. Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Jaquez, the open look. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And now it's a 5-point Miami lead.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Jaquez, the pass to Mitchell. Gets the 3 ball to go. Mitchell's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, the players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Anderson can't get it to go. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 10. Here's Nance. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Green against Mitchell. Love a screen on Green. Pass to Love. Miami, no good that time either.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Trent from long range. And another miss by Milwaukee.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
The other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Burks passes to Mitchell. Takes a three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Trent from long range. No good there.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
There's a screen by Love. Fires from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so that's the end of the first half. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. The Bucks trail by 10. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Taurean Prince. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rollins in at the 1. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And it's Ware missing. And the Bucks shooting poorly. Just 29% from the floor in this game. Prince with the bucket.
What a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
Heat leading by 5. Here's Hero. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. Oh, come on, Giannis. Unreal.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Hero for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Prince. Down low. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Antetokounmpo with a great read there in the screen and roll. He knew exactly when to back off the pick.
Hero for 3. Hero with another miss. Bucks trail by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo with the block.
No chance. Giannis, too much length.
Heat ball.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Hero. That doesn't go either for Hero.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Antetokounmpo finds Prince. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Prince has got 6 in the quarter.
Taurean Prince is doing it all. Damage from everywhere. Inside, outside, on the drive.
Adebayo, that's good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Ooh, poked away. Wiggins with a steal. Robinson against Kuzma. Robinson passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in. And now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Antetokounmpo on the catch-and-shoot jumper. You like that kind of flow from him.
Fades back. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Adebayo's got 9.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
It's Prince on the wing. Knocks down the long J.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Robinson for 3. Sinks it from distance. He's got 6.
And Robinson with a timely trade.
Pass to Rollins. Goes up on the wing. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 tonight. Heat leading by 5. Now Hero. 9 points in the game. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Adebayo, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. And stolen by Adebayo. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. The strong finish by Giannis.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hero. Six to shoot. And again, no good by Miami. Antetokounmpo for 3, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. We're at the end of the third quarter, and now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. Kyle Anderson is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Love in at the 5, down low. The 3 from Prince. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Mitchell with room to shoot. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Prince. It's stolen by Jaquez. Right side, Love. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Throws it up high. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays.
Kuzma got thirsty there. Just took that contact and figured, man, let's try to get to the line.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet. And it's come up big a few times for them.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
That one misses.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Miami leading by 3. Lets the 3 fly, and Love with the basket on the assist by Burks.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Rollins. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Rebound Miami. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Burks. Love, a screen on Prince. Burks passes to Love. Back to Burks. Outside Jaquez. Mitchell finds Jaquez. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got his 4th rebound in this one. Antetokounmpo outside. Jacks up a 3. The 3 from Prince. It's hauled in by the Heat. Love's got rebound number 7 tonight. Anderson for 3. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got his 5th rebound in this one. Kuzma drives in. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. The 3 from Prince. And another miss by Milwaukee.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Mitchell against Kuzma. Here's the pick. There's the triple. Mitchell misses. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point game. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And Kuz on the cruise with that bucket.
Here's Anderson. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Prince. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Antetokounmpo finds Kuzma. Good.
This is the confidence that Kuzma has, ready to take these mid-range Jays when he sees the opportunity.
Pass to Anderson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that puts him up 5. The Bucks have gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Rollins passes to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo, left side. Here's Lopez. Miami grabs the miss. There's 49 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. No good from the wing. Antetokounmpo up top. Covered by Love. Prince can't hit.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Outside Mitchell. The 3. Again, the Heat misses. On the wing, Kuzma. And it's in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Anderson for 3. So a close game sees Miami taking